Richard Wilson, Bitcoin forecast. Did we dump as expected? Yes and no. And are we going to continue dumping as expected? Yes. And yes. I'll tell you why. Remember I told you guys last week or like 10 days ago that last weekend we would have a massive dump because of the fact that for the first time in history, institutions, banks, huge hedge funds, mega whales can all short Bitcoin on the stock market. In CME, it's called BitX 2X Bitcoin futures, and they can finally short without having to put their money into Binance or without having to put their money in BitMEX or whatnot. Banks have a hard time doing that because they everywhere anything that's a public institution, they have to tell the government where they're putting their money every time they put their money somewhere else. And so the government says, well, Binance isn't an accredited institution, it's not registered, it's not this, that, and the other. So they can't short. Otherwise, the CFOs and the CEOs have to do so much work to justify to the to FinCEN, to the SEC, and all the government regulatory agencies in every single country. So they wouldn't short until now. Now, I did make a mistake in that I said, yeah, they would short because this is the first time they can short. And BitX went live, the 2x Bitcoin leverage thing went live right at the top of when crypto was peaking at this year's high, at least this quarter's high, at a high point. So what's left for them to do except short, right? Where I got it wrong was I thought they would short this weekend because it's long, and they would start shorting the weekend so that by the time Monday rolled around and CME futures started opening back up again, everyone would be trapped, but they weren't. We were still in the highs. We were still consolidating, and actually it was distribution. It wasn't consolidation. Why? Why did I get that wrong? It's because I forgot about 4th of July. 4th of July. I didn't realize that there was a short market day and then another 24 hours where the market was closed, and that's when we started dumping. So the theory was right. You know, I told you guys the theory. I told you guys the concept. And somebody could have told me, hey, but there's 4th of July too, so couldn't they dump on 4th of July? You guys could have told me that, but you didn't. So I lost a little bit of money, liquidated early. That's not a big deal. It's recoverable, and I already almost recovered. So, but it sucks because I got in a little bit too early on my short, and then to have everything go up and up another another 1.5% when you've got a short that's like 50x. 1.5% is a lot of money. You lose 75% of your money if you're at 50x and you go up 1.5%. Doesn't sound like a lot unless you use massive leverage like we do, because we do precision trading, which you could have told me, but you didn't. So I mean, in the end, it's my fault, but nevertheless, help me out like I'm helping you out, okay? If I say, hey, there's going to be a weekend and they're going to dump on the weekend, and you happen to know that there's also going to be a holiday, maybe say so. And that way we can help each other out and be win-win partners. Are we going to continue dumping? Yeah, we've got a confirmed Head and Shoulders everywhere. The only there is a possibility that we do a quick pump, but it doesn't look like it's going to be bullish. Even after a quick little shakeout. But see, will we go up a little bit? The moment we go up, what's going to happen is all the longs that got trapped over 4th of July weekend, they're going to have a chance to walk out in profit. So are the mega whales going to let that happen? I don't think so. And S&P 500 is starting to slope downwards fast. Pay really close attention to the tops and see what happens. There's actually a parabola downwards. Try it. Do dot, 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 dot. Connect all the dots on the top of the S&P 500, or even ES1, mini futures for the S&P 500. You'll notice a downward shaped parabola, and it's ugly. if you want real-time information, real-time signals to know when to short and when to long, so you don't have to wait for these YouTube videos that only come out once a week, join us at bitcoin-signals.org. And if you have $10,000, get us to trade it for you. Do like the rich people do and get me to make them richer. Rich people don't work for themselves. They hire people like us, or they hire me to trade for them at bitcoin-fund-manager.com. bitcoinfundmanager.com, but with dashes. Let's get you rich.